Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zara Safira. In this video, I will review the novel Rewriting Islam, Decolonialism, Justice, and Contemporary Muslim Women Literature by Hasnul Insani Johar, which was released in 2024. This book discusses the work of Muslim women from around the world, especially those from the West. This book discusses how the stereotypes and views that exist on Muslim, especially women Muslim living in the West, and how they struggle to find their identity and justice as a minority. Johar in this book discusses various forms of work such as fiction, poetry, and memoir. That's proving that women can voice issues through many things. We will see how Johar further analyzes how Muslim American writers decolonize justice and white sovereignty using her sharp analysis through postcolonial and Islamic studies frameworks. Next, I'll show you 5 quotations from the chapters in the book and I will give my opinion. First, the author discusses how Orientalists look down on Islam through quotes. Historically, Orientalist scholars tend to perceive Islam and Muslim women in a reductionist way as, for example, backward, passive, and uneducated. I agree with the argument. America, from the past until now, often views Muslims as a backward, passive, and uneducated, as if we are stupid women who cannot understand the technology, do not understand the times, cannot speak out, and backward. It is still felt by Muslims until now, until this modern era. Even though this is not true, I agree with how Ms. Hasnul highlights the character of Khadijah from the book Hagar Poems by Moja Kaf, showing Khadijah's success as a woman. She is a businesswoman, a wife who wears luxurious clothes and classy but still acts friendly to those around her. It rejects the Orientalist view and proves that women are also capable, educated, smart through Khadijah's character. I also disagree with the Orientalist opinion above because the proof in this modern era is that many Muslim women who use hijab or veil can be listed in Forbes magazine, the business magazine, for their success in business and career. Quotation number 2. I agree with Johar's argument. During the colonial era, the West has colonized many countries and took away their freedom, their land, their bodies. After the world has developed and we have lived in modern times now, the West does not seem to have left their colonizing habits. After 9/11, Muslims living in America seem to lose their freedom. They are shunned, watched in their movements, treated badly, given threats. Their freedom is taken away by the Western society itself. Even though these Muslims are also victims of 9/11, freedom is the right of all citizens. Muslim women also have the right to live quietly, safely, peacefully, without giving up their identity. They deserve to be treated equally and given the space to heal from their trauma. Johar used the novel Saffron Dreams to show the injustice of American society towards Muslim women who were victims of the incident and how the main character, Arisa, tries to recover from the trauma she experienced. Quotation number 3. I agree with that argument. Islam is often associated with negative things, especially after the 9/11 event, when Islam was frequently seen as dangerous, considered as an other that should not be recognized, and portrayed as a strange, foreign, backward, cruel, evil, and associated with other negative stereotypes. Sadly, these negative views come from people who don't know much about Islam, who have no understanding of it at all. They simply hate it and label it without thought. In reality, if they were well educated, they would understand that Islam is a noble religion that forbids violence. In my opinion, Western societies often focus on marginalizing Muslims, communities, or people they dislike without realizing their own shortcomings. Quotation number 4. I agree with that argument. In her book, Johar mentions how the European empires have not only occupied the land of the marginalized immigrant woman during the colonial era, but now, in the era of globalization, they are again colonizing by occupying the land and bodies of the colonized. This can be seen from the struggle of the Fatin, character from Laila Lalami books, who survives in Spain by selling herself. Here, the white man, the Spain man, used the immigrant woman or Fatin to satisfy his sexual desires. Here, the white man used the Fatin, and it shows that he is still influenced by colonial manners, where they freely take advantage of the immigrants they once colonized. In my opinion, I think Johar does not only focus on the discussion of land and the bodies of colonized women in modern times or Orientalism, but Johar, both directly and indirectly, puts forward the discussion of patriarchy, where men view women as sexual object, inferior, lower in a position than men, as if their value is lower. And last but not least, I will give my opinion on the following quotation. I will not say whether I agree or disagree. However, I would like to express my opinion that I'm very impressed by Johar's argument. The way Johar pointed out that the surgical gloves worn by the officer who raped Fatin were a symbol to conceal his crime against her was something that I had not considered. I appreciate how Johar analyzed the other side of the story, digging deeper to provide an unexpected new perspective for the readers. This motivates me to think critically so that I can identify things that the author hasn't directly conveyed. After reading the book Rewriting Islam by Hasnul Insani Johar, I gained a lot of knowledge and insights, such as the theory discussed, work I was previously unaware of, symbols, and opinions from the experts. Johar also always provides me with a different perspective of the story that I hadn't considered before. The way Johar presents her arguments is very clear and flows smoothly, making the book enjoyable to read. That's my review, and I hope you enjoy it. And the book is still available on Amazon, so go grab it fast. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.